Unbelievable! Captain Ibrahim Traore has just launched one of Africa's biggest water revolutions, drilling 20,000 solar-powered boreholes all across Burkina Faso. For years, families have walked for hours every single day just to find a few buckets of clean water. Some children even miss school just to help carry it home. But Traore says that ends now. These new boreholes will bring safe, fresh water right to people's doorsteps, powered by sunlight and fully owned by local villages. No foreign companies, no hidden contracts, no debt traps.
My people, water is life, and for too long, that life has been denied 2 millions across our land. Today we take a bold step forward, not with foreign aid, not with empty promises, but with 20,000 solar-powered boreholes built by us for us. No child in Africa should walk miles for a drink. We are reclaiming our dignity. One drop at a time. This is not just Burkina Faso's revolution, it is Africa's. Let the water flow, and with it, the power of our people.
What if I told you a young African captain is turning the desert into an oasis, giving millions of people hope, and it's all powered by the sun? This is not science fiction. This is happening right now in Burkina Faso, and it's rewriting the future of an entire nation. Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa, often overlooked on the global stage. A place where the blazing Sahel sun scorches the earth, and for decades, clean water has been a distant dream. Here, millions of people have lived each day with the same question. Will there be water today? Children missing school to fetch water. Women carrying heavy clay pots on their heads, walking for hours. Farmers helplessly watching their fields turn to dust. But then came a man who dared to say enough. A man who refused to let his people suffer. A soldier who became a revolutionary, not just in politics, but in the hearts of his people. His name? Captain Ibrahim Traore. At just 35 years old, Traore has already captured the imagination of an entire continent. While many know him for standing up to foreign powers and his bold vision for Africa, few realize he's leading one of the largest clean water revolutions the continent has ever seen. His mission? To install 20,000 solar-powered boreholes across Burkina Faso. Let's understand the scale. In Burkina Faso, over 60% of rural communities rely on unsafe water sources. Open wells often contaminated by livestock, bacteria, and parasites. Rivers that dry up for months at a time. In these communities, water is not just life. It is everything. It is education, health, food, and dignity. Traore understood that without water, no other dream can come true. And he decided to tackle the crisis not with small symbolic gestures, but with a massive, bold, unstoppable plan. Under his leadership, the government launched an ambitious program to drill 20,000 deep boreholes, each powered by solar energy. Unlike traditional wells that depend on manual pumps, these new boreholes use solar-powered submersible pumps. Solar panels capture the relentless Sahel sun, powering pumps that pull clean groundwater from deep aquifers. The water is stored in elevated tanks and flows easily from taps. Women no longer have to spend 5 hours each day fetching dirty water. Children can stay in school. Farmers can grow vegetables even in the dry season. In the village of Zorgo, we meet 12-year-old Fatty. Before the borehole, she woke up at 4 a.m. to walk several kilometers with her mother to fetch water. She would arrive at school late, exhausted, and often too tired to learn. Today, she's at school on time, her hair neatly tied, a bright smile on her face. I want to be a nurse, she says proudly. Now I have time to study and play. The water has given me a chance. In another village, an elderly farmer named Isaka stands in his once dry field. With a broad grin, he points to rows of tomatoes and peppers. We used to pray for rain that never came, he laughs. Now, the water is here even in the dry months. I can grow food for my family and sell the rest in the market. Beyond individual stories, these boreholes have transformed entire communities. In schools, attendance among girls has skyrocketed. Teachers report fewer illnesses, better concentration, and rising exam scores. Health clinics now have reliable water for cleaning, disinfecting, and treating patients. Cholera and diarrhea cases have dropped dramatically. Local markets are thriving. With surplus vegetables, women are creating new businesses, selling salads, juices, and even soaps. One of the most revolutionary parts of Traore's plan is the empowerment of women. Each borehole site is managed by a local women's water committee. Salimata leads her village committee. She stands confidently beside the solar panels, explaining her work. Before, women stayed at home. Now we manage the borehole, collect contributions, and make decisions. We have respect. We have power. These committees ensure the boreholes are maintained and repairs are quickly handled. They also collect small fees to fund future maintenance, keeping the system self-sufficient. Of course, the road has not been easy. Northern Burkina Faso faces security challenges from extremist groups. Some drilling teams have had to work under heavy protection or delay projects. Despite this, the communities rally around the boreholes. In many villages, young men volunteer to guard the solar panels and pumps at night, protecting them like precious treasures. The government has also created a national training center for water technicians in Ouagadougou. Here, young people learn to maintain pumps and solar panels, and they return to their villages as local heroes. As of now, more than 12,000 boreholes have already been installed. Each borehole serves about 500 to 1,000 people, transforming lives in over half of the country's rural communities. Traore's target is clear: 20,000 boreholes to reach every last village, no matter how remote. In a moving national address, Traore explained his vision. Water is the blood of our land. With it, we can grow food, educate our children, and build industries. When our people have water, they have freedom. His leadership has inspired neighboring countries. Delegations from Mali, Niger, and Chad have visited to learn from Burkina Faso's experience. The African Union is exploring ways to replicate the model across the Sahel. Imagine a whole belt of Africa: green fields instead of dust, children laughing instead of crying, markets buzzing instead of emptied. In Ouagadougou, the markets tell a new story. Women sell fresh vegetables grown with borehole water. Fish farmers sell tilapia harvested from new ponds. A mother named Miriam says, "Before, I was always afraid my children would die from dirty water. Now they are strong. I even started a juice business. The borehole has given us life." Traore's project goes far beyond providing water. It is about restoring dignity, creating jobs, empowering women, and building a new national identity centered on self-reliance. For decades, African nations have been portrayed as dependent on aid, waiting for help. Traore is rewriting that narrative, showing that with courage and innovation, Africa can solve its own challenges. A grandmother in Sab sums it up perfectly as she watches her grandchildren play near the borehole. "We used to beg the sky for rain. Now, the water comes from the ground. We are free." The psychological shift is enormous. When people no longer fear thirst, they dream bigger. They plant more. They send girls to school. They build businesses. They look beyond survival, toward prosperity. This is the real revolution. Not just water in pipes, but hope in hearts. As Burkina Faso races toward the 20,000 borehole goal, Captain Traore's leadership shines as a beacon. A young captain who chose to fight not just on battlefields, but also in dusty fields, empty classrooms, and forgotten villages. He is proving that revolutions are not only about guns and politics. They are about putting clean water in a child's hands, food on a farmer's table, and power in a mother's heart. This is not just a story for Burkina Faso. It is a message to all of Africa and the world. True transformation comes from within, from courage, from vision, from love for the people, from the sun-scorched Sahel to the hands of a young girl holding her first glass of clean water, from the silent prayers of farmers to the laughter of children at school. This is a revolution, powered by the sun, sustained by water, and carried by the hearts of a proud people. This is Captain Ibrahim Traore's legacy. This is Burkina Faso's new story. This is Africa's new dawn.